Oh, right. Oh. Let me, hello? All right. 20 seconds and then we'll play it. What? What's up? Um, Upstairs. But she's eating. Oh. Savon. Bro. We not beating him. No. No way. I don't even know what to do.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
Then what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps... No, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move.
I have Shiva's powers, right?
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
That's funny.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy,
Can't believe
do you
I beat
think Waloed would have
remake
resisted
before I beat this.
invasion for so
I
long?
started a remake.
Very little is known of Ash,
Like,
and
spent
the
a whole
information
month on
we
it.
do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land,
Ash Rebirth is so good
you
too.
won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
I think it's
No
because like
splinters.
a lot of these cutscenes
All
have
right,
been talking.
all right. If it will get you out of my hair.
Like Rebirth
But
has
interrupt
actual
me, and it's over.
movie-like cutscenes.
Understood?
Even on the slow scenes with Aerith and her mom and stuff, like it still was pushing the story forward and had acting.
Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The
Didn't
currents
I?
were late, bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Don't tell me we've run out of papillonas and all.
What do I owe the honor? So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
We should do that. Marble. Alright, we're gonna do some side quests. Can I drop? No, I can unprioritize them, but
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs.
hey, go do that
I
outside.
believe that by grafting a Morble vine
Go do
to
that
a
outside.
Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth
Make sure you shut the door.
vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory. That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. Why, a notice can...
How timely.
Well,
Hi.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
Canva lost.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just...
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only Mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other
You
end.
didn't buy anything, did you?
Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old
Why are you
rubbish
always in the
neither.
shop?
We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good...
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than...
That's right. They're a bit, and what's more, we've collected...
So you want me to...
That's it. But only there's one and another in the silent sap.
All right.
Build it.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic, we'll need to find another port. Preferably... One as well hidden as the ironworks.
Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him.
Afraid so. It's and...
Well,
all right.
Whispering Waters.
What do you recommend?
Blasted...
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of peppy.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
It's
Come on,
mithril.
mate. Bottling
Need
it up ain't
more
gonna help no one.
mithril.
If it weren't the ring, and it was something I
Adamantium.
said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Idaway's master craftsman.
Hey,
I'm
Al.
not stealing a living at some
Hey,
backwater
Greg.
village forge.
Will you let me
My
know if
armor
that
keeps you lot safe, and my swords
if the
keep you
washing machine
dangerous.
dings?
As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause.
Huh?
So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve
Is it
better
still
than
going?
second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once, make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? Meet, and I'll make sure...
Good luck.
The stew's
Run out
awful.
of perfume.
Got that. And the cash chocobo.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Damn it. The whole village is turned. I can walk from here.
I need gear. Is it on gear? It's items. Is that a dodge?
Good girl. Yeah. Time to fight. Straight home now. I'll need to deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Okay. Where is the marble? What the hell? Ambrosia.
Ready, go? Guess we're all ready.
That's okay.
Couldn't have been just any more, could it? All right then.
Oh, it's the one from the beginning of the game.
Let's get this vine back to the yard.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards...
Grafting?
When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time, with the petals from the... You must accept this fire.
Okay. Not Weasel Light. Gigaflare is what we want. Gigaflare's upgraded. So I'm using Phoenix. Oh, we didn't learn Judgment. And we didn't learn Earth and Fury.
Come on. Yeah! 2 down. 1 to go.
It's a Tabor.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Faster!
Faster. I might have to play some more 14. Before Dawn Trail gets out.
Kicked down already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so.
Thank you.
Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Oh.
He's helping the chief with something very important. You go back inside now.
Okay. That's why. Find it. Alright.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Sage.
Chief, you've got to do something.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then. Ready, go?
Yeah!
That's a good kitty.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
It's a big ass salamander.
This won't be easy. Nice try.
Oh, easy. Easy.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of...
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier.
Of course you are.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravosht needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right.
I can go right to Karen.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pico Cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. You didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
So, what'll it be?
Or worms. Stone tongue. It's from a monster.
Anything else?
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Stew's awfully thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect?
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here.
Here's what no, so no, he's down here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna fight him first because then we gotta go. Let's see if we can beat this dude. I highly doubt it, but I will. I'll do a attempt on it. If I get a good attempt, I might try it. I highly doubt we're even get close to beating him. But like, honestly, if we're gonna need to like I wish I just swapped. I'm back, buddy.
Why am I doing this?
Whew.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
I didn't think we were gonna be him. Bro, Shiva is strong. Like, like.
Run like the wind. That's all of them. One can uncross his toes now.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Oh, got him.
Good, thankfully. Here.
That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit him to the smelter right away! May I present to you the Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal.
Did you eat?
Well, if you insist.
Are you hungry?
is the spirit. You'll love it. I promise.
What do you want? Okay, he can make you that. We should.
So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
I don't even know what's going on. What did I
Don't
get?
mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's
They'll hardly believe.
Beautiful. Look at that. Bro, I swear, if this is... Yo. If I don't have a hunt, I'm not going back out there. Like, I'll do this.
Help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. All done?
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep it. If something ain't done...
I won't let that...
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should...
No.
Yeah, well...
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
What do you recommend?
Blasted.
Good bone sounds just like Hideaway.
I have no reason to assume it.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us. Though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
How do you split the sea?
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly.
Is he eating?
Can't a man wish his friend farewell?
Huh?
Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Hey, don't scream upstairs while he's eating. He's gonna kill you.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Would you like to see my wares? Certainly. Here you are. Thank you. Farewell, traveller.
Clive, you're here.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
Blackthorn.
Gray.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down.
No.
Unlike my best
Stop
mate who didn't think I
screaming
deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him.
Let him
You
in.
only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
Grayson, I'm gonna turn it off if you keep acting like that.
Yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not
Hey,
ask them to
tell
settle
Ellie to get
petty
out here.
feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
Will you
You're
play with
what
them
Dravost needed.
on Minecraft?
Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year.
You can play
So
on
I
the
left to
Xbox.
devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences.
What else?
I may be a selfish prick,
The Xbox?
but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your
Jason's using
duty.
it, isn't he?
Even if it meant we all starved.
Enough. This is no
Does my
time for
tablet have
bickering.
Minecraft on it?
You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is.
He's being mean to
Still-
Easton, that's why.
Give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You.
We can't.
Right, you are. Don't want any. Oh, and. How close are they?
Within sight of the walls.
Good idea.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, no heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. The people here are tough and...
I'm going out. Start work on the gate.
And if they kill
You evacuate, but it won't come. Take good care of Drum.
leave it to me. And
All right. Which one of you's first? Surely not.
Here we go.
They're not getting past me.
Guys, play nicely. Easton, stop being mean.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Hey, is the dryer still going?
You're still in one piece.
Let me know when it's done.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
Guys,
Time, yeah.
Grayson.
But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Hey, Al, turn off. Whoever's gaming this, turn off friendly fire. Al, can you find where you can't kill each other?
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation.
Did you turn it on?
Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares.
What's it say, Al?
I almost felt sorry for the wretched things.
Huh?
But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravost won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, Well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so
Can you
long.
get me a black peppy?
And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time.
What?
Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The master smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Do you?
And this is?
Oh, that garbage.
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to hone an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravos in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge. himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help.
Hey. Ow.
You remember Camille?
Never mind.
We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
What are you doing to him? Move. Gray. Hey, turn it off, Gray. Turn it off.
To what do I owe the honor? I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you. So, what'll it be?
Oh, 2 dark steels.
And?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
help you today, Clive? Here you are. Come again.
Pendant.
I have more for you.
Oh.
Good girl.
Is this Joshua?
Straight home now. We're not gonna outrun this one. Stay close, Torvald. What's going on?
is friendly fire on? Go to settings. Settings. Yep. Scroll down. Keep going. Yep, it's on. So turn that off. Yep. Do not go into another world.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
Alright. To elude.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes. I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
Alright. Let's do
We're
this.
in Waluda territory now. I'd expect a welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Run like the wind. Remember what I said about warm welcome?
Hold up a second.
Comes Gav.
Ah, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost. I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and a Kashik here.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time. Camber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh, okay. This is the whole area.
You deserve a rest. Oh, look. It's the king of the castle.
Ow. Bro. He hit me with an attack. That was insane. That was insane. I was not ready for that attack.
Nice try.
Excellent.
Your reign is at an end.
Whew.
Good girl.
Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
Thank you, man.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
It's Joshua.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
I can do it in movies.
Yeah.
In the game.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Istla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua. Come on.
Hey, mud crabs.
Ugh, this place reeks like a morble's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Time to fight.
No, it's not.
This won't be easy.
36 of these monsters. I'm actually pretty over leveled then. If I'm 6 levels ahead.
Oh, much breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Istla. What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gaff!
No quarter!
Like this? A question for later, Gav.
You just keep coming. Hey, sit down, buddy. And on your butt. Gray, sit in the chair.
Of course it bloody isn't. Let's try.
One. Bro. I cannot time this. Oh my god. Oh.
Gav. Gav! Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use. we got them all.
So did I.
Please. Please. Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who?
Is she pregnant?
My thanks,
Or is that her niece?
kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
And this, Arcade is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About
Okay,
how the
hey,
heavens would grow dark.
Put that in the
before
cup holder and
land
sit in that
took
chair,
her
Easton.
last breath.
I don't want you to spill it.
The end of the world.
Hey, let him have some, Easton.
You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
Hey, can you pour him some on this plate, Easton?
They all left. Drawn east.
Alright, that's good.
To the tower.
Thank you. Here you go, Greg.
To reverie. The elders. The healer. The blacksmith. My husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out.
No, not at your desk. You can get a drink, but not at your desk.
This tower.
You can get a drink, not at your desk.
That's where we'll find the king.
Huh?
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be... mural is complete. Ultima and his vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet. If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I.
Alright. This is going to be a good stopping point. Okay, alright. We will play more next time. Getting closer and closer to the end. Thanks for watching. Till next time.